Crossing on the wires right now, Sean Diddy Combs is found not guilty on the racketeering conspiracy charge in this federal case.
Given that 50 Cent has made it apparent that he isn't letting Diddy breathe, it appears that the diddler may be back on the streets. Diddy is in for a harsh awakening if he believed that 50 Cent would leave his back when he was released from prison. 50 is already back on Diddy's neck, threatening the FBI and implying that he has some major dirt on Diddy. As you are well aware, 50 has been dragging Diddy for years. However, given his recent double-dipping, some claim that 50 knows far more than he is disclosing. Let's examine this most recent warning and how it can result in Diddy being jailed once more. It's safe to say that 50 Cent is officially Diddy's biggest hater, fate. And he's not even trying to hide it at this point. He's giving it his hardest to keep Diddy worried, especially now that Diddy's case has just been decided and everyone is discussing it. This is what transpired. The jury reached a divided verdict. The most serious accusations against Diddy were those of racketeering and sex trafficking, which were connected to Cassie and Jane Doe. Before you assume that he's getting away with it, keep in mind that this isn't exactly how it works. Despite this, the jury convicted him on 2 federal charges related to the Mon Act, which essentially refers to the transportation of individuals across state lines for the purpose of prostitution. What's notable is that even though Diddy avoided the RICO charges, the other charges still have significant weight. He might still spend up to 20 years in prison because we're talking about a maximum penalty of 10 years each. And if you know 50, you are aware that he is ensuring Diddy will remember it. Let's discuss how 50 has been exerting pressure once more. 50 Cent quickly made fun of Diddy when the jury's verdict was announced, letting everyone know that he was still going. To make fun of him, he started by posting an AI-generated image of himself on social media with the caption, "Diddy just told me to tell y'all, don't worry about him. He will actually hold it down." He didn't stop there, though. The AI was given to the elderly, and things are becoming out of control. How do you win a fight if you're fighting someone too stupid to know they lost? Was the subject of another remark that 50 submitted. Simply strike them repeatedly until they cease moving. 50 is relentless. So if you know anything about his past with Diddy, you already know that's precisely what he intends to do. Then the true shade appeared. Did he beat the feds? 50 wrote. What a nasty boy. Outsmart the RICO. He is John Gotti, the gay man. Now, it should come as no surprise that 50 Cent is known for teasing regarding Diddy's sexual orientation. But where it gets complicated is with the John Gotti reference. To provide some background, John Gotti was the leader of the Gambino family and one of the most influential criminal lords in New York. In the 1980s, government attempted to bring him down 3 times with RICO charges, but he consistently escaped the charges and gained the moniker the Teflon Don. However, he was ultimately imprisoned after one of his own people turned against him and testified against him. Therefore, 50's comparison of Diddy to John Gotti was a warning rather than a joke. Next thing we knew, 50 Cent escalated and became much more serious. He immediately returned to the internet and began to imply that he had additional witnesses, in particular, who were willing to come forward with fresh information against Diddy. I was just wondering if there's a hotline number you can call if your old home makes an appearance 20 years later still angry. He wrote, "All I'm asking for is a friend." Knowing 50, however, he was attempting to inform people that some of Diddy's claimed victims from the past are still alive and willing to speak. So it wasn't simply a random post. For 1 nanosecond, let's be honest. As you are undoubtedly aware, Diddy led an extravagant lifestyle in the 1990s and early 2000s. It's going to get even worse if these people actually try to tell their experiences again. Everyone. However, it should come as no surprise that 50 Cent is spearheading the effort to expose more receipts. He has already established the platform to carry out his full-time mission of exposing Diddy, do you recall when 50 declared last year that he was creating a complete series of documentaries about Diddy? Netflix has already approved the project, which is called Did He Do It? 50 is the ideal age to drop it. Knowing him, though, you can see that he isn't merely asking questions because he is bringing testimonies, receipts, and other documents. Let it settle in that he is now making fun of this new witness sees. Things are just getting hotter. However, he also disclosed that he possesses certain invoices that the federal government was never able to obtain. 50 wrote, rapper, I believe Diddy to be a music mogul worth $1 billion. He will declare bankruptcy if he is intelligent. Anyone with actual money understands why I say this. I'm the most qualified producer for the position. Here are the receipts, guys. Rumor has it that 50 was already planning his next move behind the scenes, so it appears he wasn't just talking. To hear himself talk, 50 allegedly just formally notified the federal authorities that he was willing to provide his private proof and more witnesses who were prepared to testify against Diddy. The aspect that has people buzzing, though, is that his new inquiry would not be considered double jeopardy. In essence, prosecutors might construct a completely new case based on 50 Cent's claims to have evidence connected to additional offenses that weren't discussed at Diddy's most recent trial. Even though Diddy recently escaped the most serious accusations, 50 Cent is attempting to ensure that the legal heat comes full circle this time. And because he is 50, he will not give up until he achieves his goals. One thing about Mr. 50 Cent, though, is that he considers the long term. It appears that Diddy's legal turmoil is far from done based on his current behavior. Obvious that 50 isn't only trolling for attention, he's planning to put some real pressure on Diddy, K, and strike him where it hurts, based on the witnesses, the receipts, K, and the Netflix documentary that is still pending and locked in. The question now is whether Diddy will be able to avoid the controversy once more, or if the fans will truly purchase it. The receipts that are coming up next could potentially change everything. So please leave your thoughts in the comments section below and stay tuned.